Now, listen, before you try to cancel me and just ignore everything I'm going to say, just hear me out. I think there's some things you agree with. Most people will agree with something from this video. Just hear me out. What I mean is, being a housewife is a good thing. Now, I'm all for women's rights. I'm all for women's empowerment. It's good that women are able to get into the workplace and have opportunities. I understand that women do not have as many opportunities as men. I understand that women are treated unfairly in many scenarios and cases, and they're just not treated as seriously as men in a lot of scenarios and cases. I would like to think there's some scenarios and a lot of cases where women do have a fair shot, and you can see them succeeding whether they have a fair shot or not, because women are able to get stuff done. They're capable individuals. I believe that women and men are equal in the sense of being, but they're different in the sense of function and just in the sense of their makeup and what they're generally like and the things they generally excel at. And I think we see that all throughout the world. Now, getting back with this huge disclaimer so that my family doesn't disown me and my friends don't delete my number and report me to the police. The main topic of this video is that I believe being a stay-at-home mom is a good thing. Listen, being a stay-at-home mom allows a woman to look after her kids. Between men and women, women are generally better with kids in that they're generally more compassionate and they just generally have a lot of attributes that are just good for a kid to grow up around and with. They're better for taking care of kids and things like that. And I think that it's good to have a parent with the kid a lot of the time. And what you see a lot these days is people aren't really raising their kids the way they're supposed to. A lot of the times you find TikTok and YouTube raising people's kids. And I really actually don't like boarding school for this reason, because I like to say that boarding school is just outsourcing parenting. I'm sure that's a very controversial opinion, and I know there are a lot of people who turn out just fine even having gone to boarding school, but I think that there's way too much time in a year that your kids are away from you, so that you just give a lot of other people the influence and the opportunities to just affect your kids that you should have had all throughout that time. I think it's a parent's job to raise their kids, and the dad has a job to play in raising their kids, even if he has a full-time job. But I think that if one parent can stay at home and look after the kid, so much the better. It creates a greater opportunity for having a strong relationship with that kid, though it doesn't always necessarily happen just because one parent is home. And I'm saying one parent should be home, but the thumbnail shows a woman. So what am I talking about? I think men should be providers. I think that's the natural way things should be. I think that if there's going to be one parent to stay at home, it should ideally be the mother, and the man should go get the job. Not only for the fact that I think that's men are just wired to want to be providers, but also for the fact that if the job market is unfair towards women, I mean, then men will have a better chance anyways. So, it just makes sense for the guy to be the one to do it. Now, real life is different, and there's a lot of things that I've said that just don't work out the way it sounds like they should based on what I've said. A lot of kids who were raised by stay-at-home moms just ended up bad. A lot of moms who stayed at home ended up bad. A lot of fathers who want their wives to stay at home are just trying to trap them and disempower them so that in the case of a divorce, she's just completely reliant on him and she just does whatever he says. Things do go wrong in the world, and I acknowledge that. Even if the things that I believe to be true, I fully accept that I don't have a complete and perfectly accurate view of the world, and that's fine. And I still have an opinion. And my opinion is that stay-at-home moms have the potential to be a very good thing. Understanding that a lot of economies around the world are tough right now, you might need two incomes for a single household. Then, necessity just makes you do it. Just makes both parents go, even if one wants to stay. I'm not even going to talk about how a lot of women want to be stay-at-home mothers. Overall, what I'm really advocating for is the potential it has. It's not a guarantee that this will make your child grow up to be a perfect human being, or that your child will definitely feel more loved because they have a parent whose job is to love the kid. But it has the potential to just create a better, closer-knit family. The dad can come home from work and have less home pressure than if they were both gone. Saves money on childcare, which I hear is very expensive, especially in the States and in the UK. It just has a lot of benefits. It obviously has a lot of downsides, like lack of a dual income. But if you can afford it, I think it's a good idea for the kids, for the family. I'm a fan. And that's that.